Sometimes you hear students cramming, talking about not having enough teachers or the qualification of the teachers they have. High chances that private school will be having few diversity. The other kids on the side in the village, in the morning they don't take anything. Hi everyone, welcome back. It's your boy Eddie. So a few days ago I had a conversation with my friends. We're talking about how environment you're growing might affect you either positively or negatively. And one of my friends raised a concern about the schools that you attend. Maybe either attend the single school or mixed school, or maybe attend the public or private school. Is there maybe correlation between you attending that school and who you are going to be in the future? So is that particular school going to be defining your success? So that's the question that the guy was asking me. So and it's actually crazy, because when I try to think about it, imagine in the morning you wake up and maybe you take a porridge. The other kids on the side in the village, in the morning they don't take anything. The only thing they can take is maybe going to fetch water, in the mountains. And think about that. Then at 8, you're required, all of you guys, to submit yourself to school. So the school you go to, maybe you're only allowed to take particular courses because it's private school. Others, they are not having that big support because it's a public school. So that was an argument that he was trying to make. And I tried to read different articles. I watched some videos about testimony of kids talking about how them going to private schools impacted them. Others, how maybe attending public schools actually affected them because they did not have enough support, like books. The library was not that rich. So all of those factors, I combine them and I try to compare how you attending private school and somebody else attending public schools might direct you in different ways. Yes, I understand this is my personal opinion. You are allowed also to raise yours and to say, hey Ellie, I think maybe private schools might be bad or good. So depending on which school you are attending or the perspective you have around that. So the first thing, let us talk about pros of attending public school. First of all, when you attend public school, high chances are that it's a school where everybody can be able to attend. So it's not hard to get in that public school. So which means that you're going to have diversity. You either meet somebody from maybe one town, another from maybe particular kid from given background, which is different from yours. And you'll be able to learn how lives work, how maybe different people think depending on the resources they have, but not only the resources they have, but also the parents, the environment they grow up in. So, which means that public schools will tend to have high diversity. On that side, private schools, most of the times they are self-funded. That means your parents are supposed to pay for it. So, and as we know, all our parents are not rich. So, which means that high chances that's why private school will be having few diversity. So we'll be having few kids there because they're able to pay. And they'll be coming from that family maybe where they're able to pay the money. And we also see 1% of students who are studying there not because of their parents, maybe because of scholarship. And that will be small percent. So which means that on the diversity part, I believe that public schools will be having 10 out of 10. So the second thing is about resources. On this point, that's where many people actually struggle with, because public schools most of the time are funded by governments, which means that the resources are not enough. The books, they are not enough. Sometimes you hear students cramming, talking about not having enough teachers or the qualification of the teachers they have. So most of the times you find that private schools, they tend to have the big resources, that's computers, that's enough lab. So, and eventually you realize that how public school students graduate is different from private schools, because private school students got all the resources they needed, all the support they need, and they eventually graduate with that good accent, good English, they graduate with maybe good report cards, and that sum up to when you join university. I believe that when you join university, that's also something which is gonna throw you. Because if you do not maybe understand algebra, because you do not have that book, it's also gonna affect you in university. So those are like two things I try to talk about. Maybe we can have a part two of this video if you like it. Yeah. So what do you think about it? Do you think maybe attending private school affects you? Do you think maybe attending public school affects you? Or it doesn't matter where you attend, where you go to. It's what matters is what you do there. Yeah, some people they have that perspective. Let me know what you think about. And maybe next time we can talk about attending single school and maybe mixed school. Yeah, thank you.
And you where the river flows.